You know, in the week since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, since Republicans ripped away a woman's right to decide for themselves whether or not to keep a pregnancy, we have heard a lot of talk from Republicans about how they want to support women and families. We've heard about how they are somehow, in some way or another, the party that supports families. Our Republican colleagues have paid lip service to the notion of supporting women in this new post-Roe era that they have ushered in. After Roe was overturned, Senator Grassley said, quote, "We have to start thinking in terms of some of these things to be more supportive of families and mothers." Congresswoman Nancy Mace recently said, and I quote, "Republicans are compassionate. We do care about family planning." Senator Rounds has said, quote, "It's not just a matter of saying we are pro-life. It's a matter then of promoting and allowing these people who are making very difficult decisions with their lives to make sure we can help." And just last week at a hearing I chaired on how the Dobbs decision threatens women's health, Senator Marshall proudly stated that, quote, "family planning opportunities need to be expanded." And he promised to continue supporting, quote, "robust funding." Now, we're doing something very simple. We are simply asking our Republican colleagues to make good on their so far hollow words by supporting women and families and expanding access to family planning. This bill is so straightforward and really a no-brainer. In the wake of the Dobbs decision, we want to expand access to family planning services for people all across the country by investing in the Title X program. And that's exactly what the Expanding Access to Family Planning Act will do. Our legislation will strengthen Title X to help more patients get the birth control they need, the STI testing and treatment that they count on, the cervical and breast cancer screening that could save their life, and the support they need to plan a family on their own terms. And if Republicans are serious about their promises to support women and protect their health and invest in policies to lift families up, they will join us and strengthen the Title X program and help people get family planning and life-saving health services that they need. This should not be controversial. The Title X program, as Tina said, has historically had broad bipartisan support. The program was signed into law by a Republican, President Nixon, way back in 1970. Helping patients get the birth control they need is not just something Americans overwhelmingly support, it is the right thing to do. So we are here today to see if Republicans are actually willing to reverse course, walk the walk, and not just talk the talk. Because let's be honest, Republicans' message on family planning so far has been hollow. It has been straight up false. The Trump administration put in place a disastrous gag rule for the Title X program that forced my state of Washington providers and many others out of the Title X programs for years. I led the charge in making sure the Biden administration worked to quickly reverse that rule and rebuild this program. But just a couple months ago, Republicans tried to reinstate it. And here we are again, claiming to support family planning services. Well, this Thursday, the rubber hits the road. On Thursday, we are going to take to the Senate floor to seek unanimous consent to pass our bill and help get people the planning services, the family planning services they need. And I'd just ask all of our Republican colleagues who've been loudly talking about supporting women and families and family planning, who've been using their so-called support for family planning as a way to cover up their extreme agenda, what is your word worth? Will you actually support women and help them get the birth control they need? People all across the country are watching.